9 of the Community Pauper Challenge. This is the last week of the round robin Swiss.
Yay!
So, it's coming down to the wire. Jen is with me tonight. How you doing, bro?
I'm good. I finally get a win this week. By default.
It was canceled. No, it was canceled.
That means he dropped, so I get to go.
According to Ice, you were the only person that has never gotten any wins whatsoever. And
I haven't gotten a legit win. I'll give him that.
Okay, fine. We'll give you that one. So the big story for tonight is that I can't believe I'm saying this. Shane has a chance to top 4. Gotcha.
How dare he be able to do that?
What do you mean, how dare? He's actually not a bad player. We just make
one-ish. Really one-ish.
Really one-ish. All right, so the matchups for tonight, for everybody who's wondering, is going to be the first up is Mike versus Littlefield. We're going to see if Littlefield can just send the rubbins to Michael Ruru after last season. Math Guy versus Pauper MTG. That's where we're going to see if Pauper MTG can dethrone Math Guy, or if Math Guy can be the first ever to go X and O in the Swiss of the CPC. Third match is going to be Ulu Guru versus Kung Fu Trees. And then the last match is the big one, because that is Shane versus 420 Dragon. So here's the thing. If Shane beats 420 Dragon, Shane is into the top 4, and Kung Fu Trees gets the third seed, and Shane will get the fourth. If 420 Dragon beats Shane and Kung Fu loses, 420 Dragon will get the third seed and Kung Fu will get the fourth. So either way, the top 4 so far in this order from 1 to 3 is Math Guy, Michael Ruru, and Kung Fu Trees. But Kung Fu Trees could get the fourth seed. The Shane vs 420 match is going to be Mono Green Tron. I'm sorry, say it again. Got it. So, Shane is going to be in Mono Green Tron. Everybody knows him for that. Versus 420 Dragon with a blue-black tempo-y list. Again, if you would like to see all of the... what's up, Greg? If you would like to see all of the deck lists, you can. If you can do the command, please, Jen, real quick. And also...
Which command?
The deck list one. Sorry. So as far as seeding goes, the reason why seeding does matter is because whoever's the higher seed in the match gets to pick who goes first, just like they would do it at a Pro Tour. So third place gets to pick before they go against, gets to go first in the match of third and fourth. Obviously, then Michael Ruru will get to pick first, and then Math Guy will get to pick first against the winner of that and all that and so forth. So seeding here does matter, because Pauper is just like Vintage. The die roll can matter a lot. So that's going to be interesting. First of all, I'd like to thank everybody for being here. It's been a very long journey, but we are not yet over. So I believe the 2 players for the first match are ready to go. So we will go down to the match as soon as we can get that underway. And there we go. Jen, ready?
Yeah, it's going to be Burn with Probe, and then we've got Tron.
What if you're playing Manaless Dredge? Listen, Math Guy, if you want to play Manaless Dredge or One Land Spy, you can choose to go second. I don't give a crap. I don't really care. So, it looks like Littlefield's actually got a really good hand. He gets to be on the play. That's huge.
Yeah.
That's going to be huge. Ooh.
And that Thermal Alchemist is just going to add up like nothing.
Do you like Chain Lightning there, or do you like holding the Chain Lightning for the Thermo Alchemist for turn 3? Hey, Z-Wark.
I think you just want to go guns blazing against Tron. Once they get because once Tron gets going, it can be kind of hard.
Hey, thank you, brother. I can agree with that. Let's see. Yeah, he goes Thermo Alchemist here. Actually, that's Civic.
And then him not being able to just filter into 2 red later on.
Yeah. I love how they both drew their 2 worst cards in the matchup, because Searing Blaze was drawn by Littlefield, and then Moment's Peace was drawn by Mike.
I'm still not sure how I like Gitaxian Probe, though. And Burn.
I'd rather play, like, Flame Rift. Like, I understand that it's basically playing a 56 card deck. You get to see how you want to sequence the spells, and it's free for Thermal Alchemist. It's true. It's not bad. Like, now he gets to see that if he draws a land, he should hold it for Mole Drifter, but I don't think that Mike, unless he's forced to, is going to cast Mole Drifter without by tapping out.
Right.
Firebrand versus Thermal Alchemist. What do you mean by Firebrand versus Thermal Alchemist? Does he work?
I think he is asking our opinion on what we think is better.
Oh, I don't think either of them are better. I think you should just play both of them. I think they are the main creatures of Burn now. I actually, my most recent article that came out today on puremtgo.com talks about Burn. If you want to go check that out, you are more than welcome to. But what do you think about Firebrand Archer? Because I like it a lot.
I like it a lot. You don't need Marauders anymore, I don't think.
Yeah, thank
you. Don't want them. It replaces them.
Marauders. Oh, there is a third land. Wow, Mike is already down to 14.
What do you think about playing the third land? Do you think you should have held it just for Searing Blaze, or do you think it's just good because you can get the Needle Drop and then
I think it's good because
another spell?
I think you want to cast the Curse this turn. Or, I'm sorry, the other Thermal Alchemist. I think you just want to keep casting your spells because next turn now he can cast Curse, which I think you just want to get down as quickly as possible under Counter Magic, now that he knows there's a Prohibit. Looks like Mike's going to have Tron next turn, but not much to do with it. He gets to get Urza's Power Plant this turn, and then next turn he gets to have Tron, and he'll have a blue and a colorless floating of 9 mana. So you can cast Mole Drifter, Prophetic Prism, but then he can't really do much else. I think, Oh,
and he better hold that. I'm sure he's going to hold that mountain. He'll
definitely hold that mountain. Do remember with Searing Blaze is that it has 2 targets. So even if you remove the creature from the spell, because your opponent is still a target, his spell will still go 3 for 3 damage, and that's mostly what
he played the land.
Really?
Maybe he's going to Searing Blaze. No, he doesn't want to Searing Blaze his own creature now. He could have done that ahead of time.
Well, he's not going to Searing Blaze his own creature. I mean, he's not even casting the curse.
No, if you're not going to cast...
he's casting the curse.
Okay, I was about to say, if you're not going to cast...
Why is it in your deck here?
I wouldn't have played that land there. I think that's loose.
Yeah, I agree. He's
not using it.
I mean, Searing Blaze is still going to be 3 damage to the face no matter what, but now it could have been 5.
My guess is he miscounted though, because he also used the Alchemist right away.
Oh yeah.
No,
that's probably just for F6 purposes. I mean, you're not untapping it. All right, so there's Tron, and he'll get to. He's going to evoke Mole Drifter. Oh, so he wants to hold up Prohibit, I guess.
Yep.
No, but he can't even do that. He already played land. I mean, I guess he could hold up Prohibit with the Prophetic Prism, but I think he's dead otherwise. Like, he's going to take 5 here from the Thermal Alchemist and the... Yeah, he's dead no matter what because the Searing Blaze is just 2 damage anyway. So, I'm pretty sure Game 1's just going to go to Littlefield. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. I usually am.
So there's the Rift Bolt.
Littlefield's list.
We're going to let those untap, and then we're going to tap them, cast the Rift Bolt. Or is the Rift Bolt ever being cast? Never mind.
No, the Rift Bolt's being cast.
Yeah.
And now he's at 2.
Then he can just Searing Blaze his own creature.
Is that a 3rd Thermal Alchemist? Just for good measure. He doesn't even have to do it now. He can just do it whenever he wants, but he should just do it now.
Yeah.
And he's going to, and Mike's not going to get to untap. Of course, the reason to do it now is in case of mystical teachings for Pulse Marasa. Yeah, and Littlefield's going to win. So looking at Littlefield's deck here, he's got 4 Molten Rains, which is obviously going to be pretty huge against Tron. Though I am personally not a big fan of land destruction against Tron. I never really liked it. I think it's too slow on your side. I would rather just have more burn spells. I don't know how you feel about it.
Molten Rain deals. Is that the one that deals damage though?
Yeah, it deals 2.
So I don't mind that. I think it is kind of slow for burn though. But at the same time, if you got to go a little grindy,
Yeah.
it's not bad to have. What do you think of Smash Smithereens to blow up
I-
artifacts?
I think that card's great. I think keeping him off of colors as much as possible is going to be Littlefield's path to victory here.
Yeah,
I
I fully
mean-
agree with that.
You definitely could take out the Searing Blazes and maybe some number of Needle Drops.
Now,
I would-
Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I'd probably bring in 3 Smash, and I mean you got to bring in 4 Molten Rains, right? Like
If you're
that's
going to
what
bring them
they're-
in,
that's
you
what they're
bring
there
in all
for.
4.
Just take out like 3 Needle Drops and a Taxing Probe.
Now,
I think
does Mike
Taxing Probe's maybe better.
does Mikey Ruru have anything to prevent the damage from
I
burn?
don't know. Let's go see.
Because if so, Flaring Pain would be good to have, and it's
shall-
public knowledge. So
Take a look. I believe that's Cop Blue, not Cop Red.
correct.
He has 2 Fangren Marauders, which, of course, if they can come down, is going to be great. There is 1 Hydro Blast, but no, other than Prohibit and the Hydro Blast, he doesn't actually have a way to counter the Molten Rain. I mean, the other thing about Molten Rain is that almost every Tron deck now plays Crop Rotation and Ghostly Flicker. So there just isn't really a reason to play it, in my opinion.
There's no prevention, so
No, there's no Cop Red or anything.
no
It looks
reason
like
to bring in
it's-
Flaring Pain.
Yeah, there's just going to be 2 Moments Piece for 2 Fangrins, and the Rolling Thunder is going to come out for the Hydro Blast, and then maybe Dispel's worked in somewhere, and that's about it. So, looks like they're still sideboarding. I see a Capsize in Mike's deck at the moment, but I'm not sure. Why the hell would you bring a Capsize in this matchup? Not sure. Okay.
Right. It looks like you brought in Hydroblast, Dispel, Dispel is what we're being told.
So Fangren Marauder Michael finds is a little too slow for this matchup, even on the play. I'm not sure if I agree with that. You know what it is? I guess he only has 4 Expedition Map that can be sacked. But I mean, I think that's enough. Like gaining 5 life once is good. It mitigates a burn spell.
Well, at least 1.5 burn spells.
Yeah. Oh, that is a hand from Michael Ruru. So it's going to be turn 4 Tron. And that is also a great hand from Littlefield. So Littlefield kept in the Needle Drops. That hand is particularly insane because he's going to be able to Blown Away Gamer. Thank you for the follow, Blown Away Gamer. Welcome to the CPC family. Yeah, I'm blown away by his name, I'll tell you that.
So yeah, he's gonna probe here. Maybe he'll get a good, nice little 1-drop.
Wait, what?
Just
Did
go
Math
play.
Guy just call Michael Ruru unlucky? Is it true? Is he unlucky now? Is
No.
that it?
Yep. There you go. The suspend the Rift Bolt.
Yeah. Suspend Rift Bolt. I still like it.
Oh, and he's got another probe.
I don't like the picture of the Fire Blast. I'll be honest about that.
No, that's the wrong one.
That's the wrong one. You gotta go with the Visions. You gotta go with the Goblin, who just looks like he's,
And that's also the wrong Rift Bolt, but we'll forgive them. They're probably cheaper.
Yeah, that Rift Bolt's cool looking. I like that Rift Bolt. Ooh, and a third
Originals
lance
are
here is
nothing.
huge.
And then if he really wants, I mean, he could just needle. Okay, Thermal Alchemy. Yeah, duh. I was about to say you can needle drop, but that's actually
Well,
better.
you're not wrong. You can needle drop, but I mean, you can do that with Thermal Alchemist anyway.
Yeah, no, it's just better because those needle drops become 2 damage each.
Yeah. Now, one thing I do want to note here is Mike played that Simic Signet there. It's much better to play out the Simic Signet than just try to ramp with Expedition Map. Oh, he has a crop rotation in his hand too, so he can actually... He can play map... Oh, but he can't play map and crop in the same... And crack it and crop in the same turn, can he? I mean, he's going to get turn 4 Tron next turn either way, so he's probably just better off playing the... Shimmering Grotto going map, and then... I'm sorry. It's probably better off just going map, crack it, get a minor power plant, play it, play another map, and pass, right? I mean...
It wouldn't be bad.
Like you get Sean next turn, and you get to go Muldrift. Like this is just.
I
not
think that's
looking
what
good.
I think that's what he's debating. Does he play the grotto, or does he play the map, get a land?
Yeah, it looks like that's what he's doing. I mean, alternatively, he can play the grotto and the map, and then still do everything next turn. I just think that this is a better curve out. Because now he gets the map on the table as well. He doesn't have to use crop rotation if he doesn't want to. Which he probably will anyway, but...
Another Rift Bolt.
Oy vey.
So let's see. This turn you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 is all he can do this turn maximum, which
Mike
he's
is
not going to
dead.
want to do.
Mike is facing lethal next turn.
Yes.
Because right now he's at 15.
So what I would do now?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Right, so play the Firebrand Archer, suspend the Rift Bolt,
Yep.
thing.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's gonna Needle Drop instead. Hit him for 3.
I don't think that's what I would have done. I think suspending the Rift Bolt's just better.
Oh, you know what he's doing? He's saying, okay, this way if I draw a land... Yeah, see, if he draws a land, this way he gets in a little bit of damage, and now he can just win the game next turn. Because this also gets the Firebrand Archer down there.
He would have been able
to...
anyways next turn, though.
Yeah,
it wouldn't
now,
be the same amount of damage.
But now it gets a Needle Drop out of your hand, though. Is where it would just be stranded, I think. And also, like, I think not suspending the Rift Bolt might make Mike more likely to tap out for something. I mean, Mike is dead here no matter what. He doesn't actually know it.
Yeah, because that's 1, 2, 3.
It's 7, 8...
4, 5, 6, 7,
9,
8,
10,
9,
11, 12,
10,
13, 14. It's
11,
I think 14?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I count.
Yeah, because it's 8 from the burn spells and then 6 from the triggers. See, now if that was Kelder Marauders, what would that be doing? It would deal 1 damage. What would you do? Would deal 1 damage and then get blocked by a Mole Drifter.
Yeah, and that's the problem that I found with the Marauder even playing burn before the Archer.
It was
3 to deal.
Yeah, it's just
damage.
too much in the format to deal with it. It's most of the time it's just 2 mana, 1 damage. This game 1. No, this is game 2. Avanti. Littlefield is up a game. As you may see, there's an arrow next to his name. That means he's up a game. There's a new addition by our great producer ZMagic94. Go check him out on Twitch. I wonder if he smiles every time I say that.
Maybe he shakes his head. He's like, please don't mention my
Yeah,
name.
he probably shakes his head.
It's like, please don't associate me with this any more than you have to.
Alright, and that's going to be it. Mike is officially dead. Littlefield doesn't... Oh, he's not even gonna pretend like he has Hydroblast.
Nope.
He's just like, well, Littlefield, if you got me, you got me.
That's showing some respect. Like, it's just like, hey, if you got me, you got me. If not...
Yeah. So Littlefield is going to make really quick, just mincemeat out of Mike in a quick 2 games. Burn against Tron. Well, it's Burn against Tron. I mean, Burn.
It's just that speed. Tron takes so long to set up.
Yeah, if you have top red, you're doing okay. But other than that, it's just not looking well for you. So he's going to go to 8, and he's going to go to 5. He's going to go to 3, and then he's going to die. I'm sorry, he's going to go to 4, then he's going to go to 3, and then he's going to die. And in good old-fashioned, from good old 1999 or 98, whenever the hell Visions came out, good old Fire Blast wins the day.
I hate that card.
I love
it. I mean, I love the card, but it just... When you get Fire Blasted out of nowhere... Like, you're doing all your math, and you're just like...
Bad, man.
Yeah, because you're like, oh, I'm at 10 life. I could possibly die here.
Oh, yeah, we never made a Reddit post, and I forgot to make the Discord announcement. Because we were concentrating so much on just going on tonight. I need to make that. So,
Mikey Ruru, losing a second one.
He went down to Littlefield top 4ing last season. Unfortunately, Now, the thing about Littlefield is just, unfortunately, yeah, he ran into a bunch of bad luck this season. The cars just didn't really come through with him. But Littlefield's still a great player, grinds a lot. He's a big grinder in the Gatherling events. He's really, really making Penny Dreadful miserable with his Necro deck.
I'm gonna copy his deck now.
Yeah, his deck's insane.
Especially if
I
it's
watched
Penny
him play
Dreadful. I mean, $1 for a deck. Anyways, what's our next match going to be?
Next match is going to be, I believe, Ulu Guru. No, next match is Math Guy versus Pauper MTG. We're going to see if Pauper MTG can dethrone Math Guy from being the first ever completely undefeated player in the CPC, Swiss. We're going to see if Pauper MTG can be the New York Giants against the New England Patriots.
I hate you. You just had to make a reference like that.
Yeah, goddamn right I did.
Especially after we lost this past week.
You deserve it. It's not my fault.
I don't deserve anything.
Yes, you do.
They do, maybe, but not me.
On to the big game one. Yeah. It's understandable, Mike. It's understandable. Mike should actually get in here because he's going to be commentating.
I am in here.
Mike, you watch football?
I do.
Who do you root for?
I'm a Packer fan.
Oh, well. Okay, you're
do you
probably
watch college football too?
You're probably the least hated or the most hated in this chat.
College football, I guess I usually root for Wisconsin. That's where I went.
Makes sense. I'm an Auburn fan.
Yeah.
I lived in Alabama for 8 years, and it was either Alabama or Auburn. I chose Auburn. Because everyone else was for Alabama.
What fans are hating more, the Packers or the Patriots? I actually don't know.
Patriots have got to be winning.
Cowboys.
Yeah,
Cowboys fans are the most hated.
Yeah, well, I'm asking between the two. We all know the Cowboys are the most hated.
Probably the Patriots.
Still?
Yeah, what are the Packers doing?
I mean, I'm safe with the Giants, and nobody hates on the Giants.
Packers are losing in the playoffs every year, just like usual.
Yeah. Well, at least you made it to the playoffs the last 2 seasons.
We've made it to the playoffs, I think, every year since I was born, except 1 or 2.
Possibly. I think there was a couple of times in the late 90s, early 2000s. But by the way, this is not a football stream. So, Mike, how do you feel about the Burn matchup against Tron?
I think it's actually not that bad for Tron if they don't draw any of the creatures. If they only draw 1 creature, it's still okay. But 2 creatures is really hard to beat. So.
Oh crap! Is Pauper MTG not actually here?
They're not in the Skype at all. I don't think.
Oh god damn it!
We may just have to move on to the next match.
Yeah, they said they sent you an email, and they were gonna play though. They didn't know if they could get the hand cam going or not.
So tonight, Dan has sent me an email. Dan being one half. Is he? Oh, okay.
Oh,
so we're
okay.
Unfortunately, we're not going to have hand cams for
Pauper
MTG. Thank you. We're not going to have hand cams for them. We are going to have hand cams for Math Guy. I think that's the more important one because Pauper MTG is on the mono red Kiln Fiend.
Or we can call it mono red glass cannon. That's why I like calling it too.
Sure.
Because really glass cannon-y.
Yeah. So they're on mono red. Someone add me to the call. Okay. Okay. So yeah, we're not gonna have hand cam for the combo deck. We will have it for the Tron deck for Math Guy. I think that's more important anyway. We want to see if Math Guy can go 9-0. Again, if you would like to check out the deck list, you can do ! deck list. I'll do it right now. You can just do.
I got it. Or no, I don't.
You can just do deck list if you want to follow along with us. If you are not here tonight, of course, this does go up on YouTube. Negashane does take care of that. So do not be alarmed. You can watch the VODs on our YouTube channel. Do always check out our streams as well. You can check out our streams at any time that you want. They are all below the stream box. You can check out Zane, you can check out Negashane, myself, you can check out Jen, you can check out Michael Ruru's YouTube channel. You can check out 420 Dragon and Kung Fu Trees' stuff. I believe they do have some content, though, because they are dealing with school at the moment. They don't have much time. You can always check out Pauper MTG's YouTube channel as well. And do make sure to check out Deluxekoff, one of the, most, what's the word I'm looking for, veteran members of the Pauper community.
He's probably the biggest advocate.
Besides Alex Ullman, yeah. He does great production quality. Without him, we would not have this great CPC banner or anything like that. I believe he does a stream every Friday under Pauperganda. You can also check out his YouTube stuff under Pauperganda. A lot of it is great. You can also check out some of our commands, like we have quotes. I know Ice loves to mess with the quotes. We're going to do quote 5. Shane, he's going to cost me my organs. That's true. He did cost someone in their organs.
You can also look at Shane Things.
Know when that happened. Yes, Dragon, it did. Steam Flogger Boss loves it. Steam Flogger Boss, I got a question for you. So, what do you think about finally having more to add to the family when this next unset comes out? Because you've been pretty lonely since Future Sight, haven't you? I mean, I gotta wonder. Okay, so the next match is going to be Math Guy versus Pauper MTG. That's going to be Boggles versus... I thought Math Guy was on Tron for some reason, but it's going to be Boggles against Mono Red Glass Cannon.
I hate you.
That's going to be fun. Why do you hate me? What did I do?
Boggles.
I call it Boggles because I don't care. But either way,
Boggles.
I'm going to let you guys take care of that. Mike, anything you want to plug while you're here, you're more than welcome to. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I don't really need to plug anything. You already plugged the #1 YouTube channel for all of Pauper, so I think we're good to go.
Michael Ruru, never the most humble person in the room, but certainly the most humble person anywhere.
Yeah, I didn't say that it was mine. All right, so we've got the Boggles matchup, the only way to pronounce it.
I hate you.
You're
doing it on purpose.
So this is a reasonable hand from the Boggles player. The only thing is it's pretty weak to a turn 2 kill, so we'll see how fast Pauper MTG's deck is. Kind of the idea of their deck is to kill you on turn 2, turn 3 at the latest, and Boggles can't do anything about it. They don't have any interaction at all. Looks like we may very well see one. So what are we going to see here? Yeah,
who do you think is favored in this match?
I think that the Kiln Fiend deck is super favored.
I do too.
Yeah.
It has Apostle's Blessing. It has everything it needs.
It just has a faster Goldfish, so the even a slow draw out of this deck is going to kill turn 4, and Boggles really struggles to kill on turn 4 most of the time. I mean, whenever it's playing against me, it kills on turn 4, but normally it takes till turn 5.
And what do you think of that Young Wolf main board?
I don't know. Maybe Math Guy thought I would be on like some kind of teachings deck again, which I don't think would have been allowed, but that is pretty crazy. Play that in here.
All right, and we see the second land. Excuse me. The second land with the Kiln Fiend. Be able to do the math to get there, though. We don't.
Yeah, we don't know what he has.
Might be.
If we've got a Teamer Battle Rage, okay. So an Apostle's Blessing here doesn't give trample or anything. It just kills the hexproof guy. That's not particularly impressive.
No, I don't like that at all. Oh, that makes sense. Right. Yeah, it has first strike, so it wouldn't be able to get through. That makes sense.
Yeah, Teamer Battle Rage wouldn't have been enough. They would have needed a lot more than Teamer Battle Rage to have lethal anyway, though. I was thinking like Mutagenic Growths plus Teamer Battle Rage to get through this wall of creatures.
I'm gonna get the one in. Let's see, and then here, it's so hard to tell without hand cams. You just gotta theorize.
for sure. So no blocks. Yeah, I can't really see how many cards are in Pauper MTG's hand.
I think it says 4. 3.
3 cards. Okay, so they could definitely have enough to win if one of them is a Team or Battle Rage, and the other one is something good.
So does it get out of control if the Bogle player gets life gain going?
I'm not really sure. This Kiln Fiend deck can easily hit you for 30 or 40 in a turn, depending on the draw. Pauper MTG doesn't have enough cards in hand, I don't think, to make a play like that. And life total is getting low enough that the Soul Eater can't pump too many times. But if they just gain like 5-6 life, it's not really a problem.
Yeah, it's just if it's ongoing repeatedly.
Yeah, once they hit like 15 life, it gets to be kind of out of reach. Even 10 life might be a tough ask. So I think an Apostle's Blessing and a Team or Battle Rage is enough to win here. That's an interesting. Okay, so they must not have much of anything. So we're gonna see Ancestral Mask, and it's not quite lethal.
That land was not what was needed. But then second Ancestral Mask is going to be quite a bit coming down.
It is a lot, but it's not lethal, and that's all that
No.
really matters.
Yeah, you're not dead till that last point. It's gone.
Yep, so that would have probably been better if it were, I don't know, if they had drawn like an Ethereal Armor that turn, they would have probably won. Yeah, they would have won that turn. Really, actually, any, well, the land wouldn't have done it, but if they had an enchantment instead of, if Math had an enchantment instead of that Young Wolf, it would have been lethal.
Yep, so now he's got to just have it now, or it's over.
Yeah, looks like Pauper MTG had a pretty weak draw, and Math was able to pull it off. All right, that was an easy
Probably
one.
Bogle.
Yeah, let's check out that Boggles list.
Yeah, let's look at the Bogle sideboard when this ends.
So this is kind of what I was thinking about. Is the Standard Bearers are just completely just a huge beating. So most of the spells that Pauper MTG uses to get through are targeted, and they can target your opponent's creatures. So Standard Bearer turns all of those off.
Yeah, but
I've got a couple other options too, like or keep saying they, but it's just Math Guy. Math Guy has a couple other options, like Gutshot kills the Soul Eater, so does Nature's Claim. I don't know what else you would want. Maybe like the Cartouche, you can fight something and get their creature off the board. It's kind of slow though.
yeah, I agree with that.
So cards I'm taking out, I'm definitely taking out the Young Wolf. I don't know how many are in there, but that one's going to be gone for sure.
2 Young Wolves.
Yeah, so those are coming out. I'm taking out the Heliod's Pilgrim. I'm taking out some number of 3-mana enchantments. I don't expect in this matchup to be alive on turn 3, so I don't really want that many 3-mana enchantments.
And then if we can switch to the Kiln deck.
All right. So Kiln Fiend deck, what am I looking for?
So you run any gut
here?
shots?
Electrickery, maybe? Okay, so
Okay,
they
so
have
there's supposed to be
literally
4
nothing.
Well, the gut shots would help against the Standard Bearers.
Yeah, and I assume that's why they have this ridiculous sideboard that's like only for Standard Bearer. They've also got those burn spells. I don't remember the name of them, but the ones they're free and they kill a creature when you sacrifice a mountain.
Yep. What do you think of the wall?
The wall actually does save a lot of damage, but it
Doing
also
that-
can get outclassed like immediately. So it's really hard to say.
Yeah, because I know because like the Ledge Walker, it will not be able to kill, right? Isn't it a 1/2? But it will be able to kill half the other ones. With the -1/-1, -0, -1 counter.
So it can block the other stuff on the ground, but if they have trample, then it doesn't matter too much. It becomes like a gain 5 life. So, what do you think of this hand from Math Guy? It's got an answer for an Immolating Soul Eater, but not a whole lot else. It has mana.
It has a creature. Has. I think I'm on the draw. I would just keep it.
Yeah,
I mean, you can draw off the growth. It has a creature.
Here's another question. What do you play on turn 1? Especially
Honestly,
now. Okay, so he brought in the lifelink as well.
Yeah, he must have decided that in. I think that's what I'd have to do. Is I'd have to go for the creature.
So this can actually trade here with the gut shot if he blocks.
Yeah.
I don't think that you can really afford to do that, but you never know. All right, Rite of Flame. Let's see if they've got a Soul Eater now.
That's actually not a bad idea. Lifelinking the Fiend.
That doesn't work. It's lifelink. So if it were a Spirit Bond, it would sort of work.
Well, no, wouldn't it work to negate the damage?
No. Nope. Lifelink gives the creature lifelink.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. So, yeah, that was on me.
So the creature gets the lifelink. So the creature's controller gains the life for lifelink. So that one doesn't work. It's not like so Spirit Link is the old version of the card that has a triggered ability.
Yeah.
And that one works. All right, so we've got Utopia Sprawl
on white.
Yep. We're looking for any of the first strike enchantments here.
That's a pretty good draw. Or we'll just play lifelink.
We're seeing now why I would have not played this Glade Cover Scout on turn 1, and you were saying you would play the creature. And the reason I like not playing that is exactly the scenario. You get to play, if you play the Utopia Sprawl on turn 1, you can play Abundant Growth and Fine Standard Bearer on turn 2. But
he still could have just played the Standard Bearer right there, though, and decided to play lifelink.
Oh, no, he couldn't. Standard Bearer costs 2.
I'm dumb. You're right.
Yeah, he lost a mana on the Utopia Sprawl and a mana on the Abundant Growth. It ended up not mattering, and actually, by doing it this way, he got another 2 life, or another 1 life of attacking, because Pauper MTG didn't have any targeted spells anyway, so it's all good.
Everyone's jumping on that and go, I'm dumb. They all jump on it.
Confirmed.
Like, I should know it's 2. I've played enough. That's the sad part.
All right. So we're kind of at a stalemate here. Anything that pumps based on the number of enchantments, so a mask or an ethereal armor, are both going to be probably game over for Pauper MTG.
Yeah, stuff that first.
He's
just scoop. I don't blame him. I don't think he's going anywhere.
Yeah, I wonder if he didn't bring in the removal. I wonder if he didn't bring in the gut shots and stuff. I don't know. It seems pretty crazy to me to concede there. If they have a gut shot and then just all they need is a gut shot and then a Temur Battle Rage, and it was like an insane amount of damage.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what their sideboarding plan was, but maybe it was not the standard.
Maybe he just didn't draw any gut shots.
Yeah, but he had like 20 turns.
Match is over.
Oh.
That guy goes undefeated.
All right, so, Mike, I'm so sorry. You're not the best the CPC's ever seen so far.
I know, it's pretty brutal.
Technically, Math Guy as Jen just pointed out, Math Guy is the first official undefeated person. He could possibly go all the way and become the new Miami Dolphins of what was it, 1979? Was that it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And not just that, since he's undefeated, that locks him in for the first seed, which locks him into the finals.
He was already locked, but yeah.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean, though. But he's locked into the finals.
Yeah, he's officially locked into the finals. Michael Ruru is officially locked to second place. But now, we're going to see if Kung Fu Trees can lock himself into third place, because he's not quite locked if he loses this next match. So that next match is going to be Uaguru against Kung Fu. It's going to be Red Deck wins against Tron. We're going to see how that goes. I'm going to bring Ice in here now.
And now I'm going to jump out.
Yeah, I'm jumping out too, right? Or are we planning?
Yeah, you know what? No, Mike, you stay on. I'm going to have you commentate with Ice. You've never done it before. Right. So, where the hell is Ice? There he is. I think you two will do well with Ice. And then I'll do the last one with Kung Fu, because it'll be fun. Ice, are you there, sir?
Yes, I am.
All right. Ice, what did you think about that match?
I'm surprised about the concede. I was sitting here looking at it, and it's like, yeah, he was okay, but I think the game was, well, we didn't see his hand, so I don't know if he only had nothing in the hand, and there was no second land for the Battle Rage. It's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, I kind of felt like he probably had like 3, 4, 5 more turns to draw out of it, so I mean, it's almost a full hand.
Yeah, like the other opponent doesn't have cards in hand. He has a lifelink, but it's just a 1/1 lifelink. It doesn't do that much.
I looked up and I was just like, okay, it looks like this match is going to go on for a few more minutes. And then all of a sudden I look up again a few seconds later and we're back to the title screen. I didn't know what happened.
Yeah, it really could have ended any second with a good draw from Math Guy, but I don't know.
You need at least 2 turns, right? 1 land, and we don't know if he has the Battle Rage or not.
Right. Yeah. We even saw Math Guy's next draws. It was like another land, a Ledge Walker, another Standard Bearer, so there wasn't going to be a clock.
Did Math Guy resolve the Standard Bearer?
There was already a resolved Standard Bearer.
I mean, maybe, I don't know, maybe Pauper MTG didn't have an answer to Standard Bearer and felt they couldn't win anymore?
I feel he should have put the gut shots in at least, so he still has time to try to get it.
Yeah, I mean, that entire sideboard is geared against Standard Bearer. Like 7 of the cards are for Standard Bearer.
I mean, the really sad part is that if Pauper MTG did just lose to Standard Bearer, that's literally the second time that they just straight up lost to a Standard Bearer in this season. So that's always fun. That's great. So yeah, next up is Red Deck wins against Tron. Mike, what do you think about that match?
Well, I obviously won it last week as the Tron player, and I assume that Kung Fu Tree is on a really similar list to mine. I didn't look at it specifically, but I copied his list card for card, so I assume he's not too many off of mine. I think the matchup is good.
Really close. I think he might have a second Hydro Blast. That's about it.
Yeah, so it'll help him a little bit. I think the matchup's good for Red Deck wins. That's why I played it in the first part of the season. I thought that there's a decent chance Kung Fu Trees would be on this exact Tron list.
Oh, man. No, I wasn't laughing at you. Littlefield, I don't know if anyone's a wrestling fan, but there's a funny clip from WCW back in the late 90s when, I forget who it was, but one of the people from behind the scenes pissed off Hulk Hogan. And Hulk Hogan was like, okay, fine, watch me do this. So Kevin Nash just puts his 2 fingers up against... Hulk Hogan puts his 2 fingers up against Kevin Nash's chest. And Kevin Nash just lays down for it. And Littlefield's like equating to that's what Pauper MTG just did to Math Guy, so Math Guy can get the 9-0. Oh, that's
so you're confirming that this is scripted?
It's not scripted. I just think it's funny that
That's all I heard. You're confirming that CPC is completely scripted. He went undefeated.
Oh yeah, I'm confirming it right. I'm confirming that that Mike lost voluntarily to Shane last season just to make it interesting. No, I don't. I think that's probably one match that will haunt Mike forever.
Man, it was so brutal. I had a good draw and everything.
Yeah, and then Shane just went crusher, crusher, crusher. I mean, like
There was
Zane
so
and I
many
were
crushers. Just every turn another crusher.
Zane and I were just so happy for Shane. It was just unbelievable.
Everybody was
like-
really happy
It
for
was
him.
like crusher,
Yeah.
crusher, Stone Rain plus crusher.
Oh, Craig made an appearance like 3 or 4 times there, so your edicts didn't do anything.
Yeah.
It was pretty great. Shane's in the chat. Oh, okay. It looks like the match is almost ready, so I'll let you guys get to it.
Yeah, but he was no match for the 100 card teaching deck, so maybe that's the tech.
I don't know. I don't know if it's the
Shots
deck
fired.
or the player at that point, because I never seen playing that deck except you, and you keep winning with it. So I don't know about that.
Yeah, the deck is really fun. It's not very good, I don't think, but
Your
I've-
definition
I've-
of fun is different than mine. Let's just put it that way.
I do have a super good record with that deck, but I don't think it's very good, despite that.
So it
All right.
seems like we're starting the game. Uluguru
it's
versus
a
Kung
match.
Fu.
So Uluguru had a pretty decent first hand if he had exactly a land on top, but that's a little risky, so he mulliganed it away into a great hand. So,
How about Kung Fu Tree with 2 Ursas and a map already?
yep. So Kung Fu Trees will have turn 3 Tron, but he doesn't have a color yet.
Do you think he will play turn 3 Tron, or he stick with, oh, he has a Prism? I
Yep.
think that answers everything for me now.
Now I think he will. Yeah.
And
So we're
just
gonna
go
see-
for turn 3.
Nice little attack for 4 here. But still, Kung Fu Trees doesn't have a fog effect, doesn't have a Pulse of Marasa, doesn't really have anything that matters yet. So he needed to draw a colored source, which he did, and then he also needed to draw some kind of like actual interaction with this red deck.
He seems really far behind right now. I mean, what are we gonna do? Prohibit to nothing, like just the Mog? I don't know about this.
Yeah, he is pretty far behind at this point.
Like this is like 10 damage already on floor almost. He's
Yep.
down to 10. I don't know about this. Even if he draws the fog now, I mean, it's just momentary peace, 2 turns, and keep drawing. I mean, he has the Forbidden Alchemies, but I don't know if he can draw out of it that fast.
I think if he draws a Moment's Piece off of this Prophetic Prism, he'll probably win. And if he doesn't, he'll probably lose.
I think it's Prism into Prism. Let's see what he draws there. Ooh, Rolling
And
Thunder.
he's dead.
Yep. That's an easy. Let's come to game 2, I think.
He actually might not be dead now that so Uluguru probably shouldn't have done this, and I don't know if he knows that he shouldn't have done this, but this is gonna get prohibited now, and if he doesn't draw a creature, he actually can't win.
Because he doesn't cast the red spell on the turn.
Yeah, you have to cast a creature spell to attack with these 2 goblins. Well, I drew
Oh.
one anyway, so no big deal.
Fire
Game
blast,
over.
Game over. I think that we can go to side. What do you think about sideboards here? Who do you think
Yeah,
has the advantage?
It's really most important what Kung Fu Trees has in his sideboard. If he has some anti-red hate, a lot of these decks are playing some Circle of Protections.
Let's go straight to the sideboard then to Kung Fu. Doesn't seem
Yep,
more
none.
pieces. Hydroblast, Dispel maybe? I don't think so.
Yeah, I am willing to bet he brings in at least 1 Dispel because
Okay.
he's going to be worried about Flaring Pain. So that's the most important card out of Uluguru's sideboard. It turns off all of these fogs, and that's how Kung Fu Trees actually plans to win this game is by fogging for a bunch of turns.
So you're thinking at least 5 cards in. What do you think out?
I think he's gonna take out the Denrova Horror, the
Sure.
Prohibit. Prohibit's just a bad version of the other counter spells. I normally take out like Deep Analysis. I don't know if he has one of those in here.
He has
let's see if
one.
He does. So I'd probably take that out. After that, it gets tougher. I believe he is going to take out a Ghostly Flicker. I don't know if that's the best choice, but I believe that's the way he's going to play this. We play tested this matchup a little bit a couple weeks ago, and we found that the Rolling Thunder was pretty important, so I think he's going to leave that in.
Kind of like a Wrath of God effect on
Yeah.
the board. Okay.
It's a little tough to cast it, but I think he'll leave it in. And then I think he'll bring in this It of the Horde Swarm as well. It actually is a pretty good blocker.
So let's see
that
the other
weird
list.
creature.
What
So
do you think we'll have for the mono red one?
he's gonna have 3 Flaring Pain and 3 Smash and 3 Pyroblast probably.
That's a lot of
And
cards.
he's gonna board out almost every non-creature spell. At least I would. So I would board out all these mutagenic growths. I'd probably board out all the bolts. And some
What
number
about the
of
flame blast?
yeah, the Fire Blast and the Chain Lightning, some number of those. The bolts are probably, I guess, gonna stay in. They're probably the best one.
I don't see
But
the chain lightning.
he's got
I
one
might be going
hiding under
blind.
that land on the bottom right. There's a Chain Lightning hiding there. Yeah, all the way in the bottom right, there's a Chain Lightning hiding.
Oh yeah. The only one there.
Yeah, so I'm taking out the 4 mutagenic growth, a Chain Lightning, and then probably both Fire Blasts for all those other cards.
Ooh, I think we're starting already, and I see a mulligan on the top side. Oh,
Yeah,
maybe.
actually-
Nope.
Hidden card.
Hidden car. I like it that way.
Yeah, the island was hidden. That's a pretty good hand for Kung Fu Trees. He's got his colors. He's got 2 Tron pieces. He's got a Fog.
So he has
Pulsar
time.
Marasa. Not too bad.
What about Uluguru with the double tree emissary in hand?
Yeah, I would keep this hand if I was Ulu, but it's really not that great unless he either draws a 2-drop to go with his Burning Tree or a 1-drop for this turn.
Do you think that he's banking on the idea of having the map on turn 2, and that's why he has the smithery? Because it will be emissary into destroying the map.
Yeah, he's going to be able to destroy the Signet, and that's going to be a pretty big deal. I think this is a tough call if you're Uluguru, if you play the, oh geez.
Ooh. he
This is an
went with
interesting
it.
play. I actually don't mind it because you're going to get fogged almost every turn.
Yeah, so he wants to get all the damage that he can, the early that he can.
Yeah, and he's not going to be able to cast that Bushwhacker for a couple turns anyway. So ideally, he would have liked to have seen these drawn in the opposite order.
Ooh, and he's gonna get prohibit on the first emissary.
Yeah, so Kung Fu Trees playing a little more cautiously doesn't expose his Signet to the Smash
Smash?
Figurines.
But Confu's drawing really well. I mean, he already has Fog Effect, he already has Pulse for more life, and he has a good Wrath of God on the Thunder. So this game is starting to look like Confu Tree is winning it by a lot in that sense.
Yeah, he doesn't have any action yet, and he also doesn't have any red sources. So it is
Okay.
it's still close. So kind
So
of
what-
draws out of both of these players. Well, not necessarily slow. Like Ulu got slowed down by Kung Fu Trees. He actually had a very fast draw, but looks like Kung Fu Trees left in that prohibit. That's something I would have taken out, I think.
So if you're Confu Tree, what would you be scared of right now that you see from the red side? Because I mean, he has a pretty good hand. Ooh, Mall Drifter. I don't know if I would have gone. I guess he has enough life that he wants to start drawing cards. But what would you be afraid of from the other side? Stone Range? Well, I guess he has access to the list, so he would not be worried about anything else that is outside.
Honestly, I'd be scared here of a heel cutter because he actually wants this Mall Drifter in the graveyard.
Yeah, to
And,
get it with a pulse.
Yeah, because now he's gonna get it back with the pulse.
So
But-
Uluguru seems to start making a good table for himself. He'll be able to do at least 10 if there's no fog effect, which we know Kung Fu has, but it'll be interesting to see how he's thinking at this point of, oh, he has the flaring
Mhm,
pain.
And there's the Flaring Pain.
So is it over? 2, 4?
No, he can't attack with the conscripts, and the Flaring Pain's gonna cost him 2 mana, so he can't smash. So I think he casts Flaring Pain here. Because next turn he can cast Smash and Flaring Pain. Huh.
And interesting.
Decides against it.
Yep, just let it go.
So
I guess he's
Confucius
trying
goes
to build the just lethal damage and use it at that point to kind of surprise him.
Yeah, I guess. And I think he's gonna use his Smash here. I think Kung Fu Trees is probably gonna win this game, but It's gonna be close. If he finds Tron anytime soon, it's all over.
Will you have Flaring Pain at that point?
I think I would have Flaring Pain on that turn, yeah.
Yeah, I think we'll have done as much damage as I can at that point and just try to kill him with the smash. So now he gets another Drifter. Try to get that last piece of Tron. Got another Signet. He still doesn't have Tron, which is a good sign for Uluguru.
Yeah, the thing is, Kung Fu Tree's is at such a high life total that he doesn't even have to evoke this Mulldrifter and hold up Fog. He can just leave it out here.
Yep, and he has yet another pulse in hand, which is going to give him another 6 life. This is starting to good. Very, very good for Kung Fu Tree right now.
Yeah, I would be pretty surprised if Ulu were able to come back here. I think that Prohibit on turn 2 is just too backbreaking for him and slowed him down just too much.
So good, but he still doesn't get the Trump piece. He's gonna get another Impulse. I guess he's gonna keep searching for it. He does have the mana for Pulse at the end of the turn, get another Drifter, keep blocking, which is gaining him a lot of net life. Or he's gonna choose to do Moment's Piece. So he got Tron here. It's a good sign for him. Has he played a land? Nope. So
He
now
hasn't
he
played a
can.
land yet.
So now he can Signet and keep the Moment's Piece up, or do Pulse at the end of the turn, depending on what Uluguru does.
So if he draws a Bushwhacker here, I think he would win, but he drew another land. So Ulu is kind of flooded at this point. I don't think he's going to come back.
And it's really sad from the red player because, you know, he needs more creatures to keep the goblins attacking, right? Like, it's not just drawing lands, it's that one of his creatures is actually not putting pressure for him. So Kung Fu can just go ahead and do another pulse, get another Drifter, and keep the drawing going.
Yep. And we're going to see the Mulldrifter again. Going to see a Prophetic Prism. See if he finds a wall. Nope, all lands.
But he does have the Rolling Thunder, so if he starts getting sick, I guess he needs another Prism to do it. But at one point, he'll be able to just clear the board and just start just building Drifter himself.
Yep. And Hydroblast will probably lock this up.
Yeah. So if you're Uluguru, would you play it out or just, you know, sit with the sunset, wait for my fate to be done, and continue playing?
If I'm Ulu, if I draw another blank this turn, I'm probably conceding, but
so it's a creature.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not the worst one, but it's definitely not on the top ones that he needs. Because that Flaring Pain every single time looks worse and worse and worse. He's not even attacking with everything anymore. Yet another Drifter.
Yeah. This Haunted Fengraph's gonna get the Drifter back, and I don't know if Kung Fu Trees draws anything in the next. He's got like 5 or 6 draws, probably.
There's the other Prism for
and
the.
There's something he drew, so yeah.
Uluguru is thinking of the conceit. I saw him right clicking already. He's thinking about it.
He's ready.
What is he gonna play now?
He's waiting for the mnemonic wall. As soon as he sees a mnemonic wall.
I mean, it's funny because, you know, sitting from the red side, you see your opponent with 7 cards in hand. You're expecting kind of like the worst, but we that see the hand is like, well, he only just has a Rolling Thunder, which is more than enough at this point, but it's still not a great hand that you will expect.
Yeah, it's not amazing. So I think we're going to see a Bolt on a Mulldrifter here and an attack. Actually, never mind. He can't even attack with his conscripts, so
he doesn't have anything. And yet another Moment's Piece. Yeah, I feel sad for Uluguru.
So here's the question. Does he concede before or after Rolling Thunder makes it onto the stack?
As soon as I see my opponent getting that double red on the pool, I'm like, right-click, concede. Yep, let's see the next game. And I think Uluguru agrees. He's hover over in the concede. He knows it.
So he's taking a little too long. I usually wait until I see it counting down for X. Like, you know, they're just clicking, clicking, clicking.
Yeah. Like, yep, I'm done. I don't want to see that. My creatures are done. I can go to a game 3 and go back.
Well, it made it to the stack, though. So
But it's interesting what you mentioned. I mean, I'm not expecting a lot of changes from the mono red, but it was interesting that Kung Fu decided to stay with the prohibit, which certainly did give him a big advantage in that game.
yeah, if it had been like one of his expensive cards, he could have easily lost that game.
Right. Like it was actually stopping that emissary for making the double emissary into smash. I think he would have done that turn. It would have been a big swing for Uluguru because it would be like 6 damage in third turn rather than what he had, which was then starting to cast the emissary in his third turn.
Okay, so it sounds like Uluguru only brought in one Pyroblast. He didn't bring in all three. But he did bring in all three Flaring Pains.
Interesting that he didn't need the. Well, I guess he doesn't want to cut so many bolts because we did see him having a bolt in hand.
Yeah, he definitely had at least 2 bolts. I don't know. He has 7 non-creature spells that are worse than those bolts. So I think he would still have the bolts no matter what. But
So both players keep hands. It seems like Uluguru has a pretty aggressive hand, which I like the Bushwhacker here. While Kung Fu Tree has Signet turn 2 to start doing impulses, but it doesn't seem to have a fog or anything to prevent damage at this point.
yeah, this hand is really bad from Kung Fu Trees. If Uluguru had the same hand he had last game against this hand, he would win on turn 4, probably.
Oh, with the double emissary, sure.
Yeah.
Ooh, Hydroblast, but it still doesn't seem great. Like he'll be able to handle one creature, but the creatures just keep going.
Yeah, so this is going to be an attack for a ton with this Bushwhacker.
Yep. And I think this game is gonna go really quick like the first game. I mean, this is what Goblins are trying to wreck that Wings is trying to do at this point, but he's already at 5. 2 lightning bolts and the game is over.
Yep, and he didn't draw a fog here. So I think he's got to play this land and then impulse and hit a fog next fog here, which isn't unreasonable. So Flaring Pain will end it.
He didn't draw the Flaring Pain.
Yeah, no Flaring Pain yet.
Well, have you done your impulse in your turn just to make sure that you get the moment's peace or just concede, or are you waiting for the drama when the opponent is attacking?
He actually doesn't have green if he does it on his turn, so he has to cast it this turn.
Oh, because of the signature.
Yeah.
He has to float the green here and hope for the best.
So here we go.
Let's see if we
Even
can
if
see
he
what...
finds it, he's pretty far behind. Because he has to take the fog off of this. And then, okay, he didn't find it. But he would have to take the fog off of this, and then he would have to top deck a land in order to hit his land drop even.
And those 2 teachings are not helping at all. So it seems like Uluguru took the match like game 1 really fast.
Yep. And that's probably what I would expect a lot of the time out of the Tron versus Red Deck Wins matchup. I would say that the Red Deck Wins probably is going to win about 2 out of every 3 games on average. So no big surprise there.
That was quick.
That was quick. It seems like today people are playing really fast and the game's being very one-sided.
Yeah. So that's going to bring Uluguru to a not so definitive, can't even speak today, a not so set in stone 3rd place, because now what's going to happen is we're going to bring up 420 Dragon versus Shane in 5 or so minutes. But what's going to happen is if 420 Dragon wins, he's in top 4. But because Kung Fu just lost, he gets knocked down to 4th place, which again is pretty huge because whoever has the higher seed gets to have the choice of the die roll in the first match. So that's going to be pretty big. But if Shane wins, Shane makes top 4, but is in 4th place because he lost to Kung Fu earlier in the tournament. So
if Shane wins, 420 doesn't make it to top 4?
That is correct, because both Kung Fu and Shane beat 420 Dragon at that point.
So I guess the fate of Kung Fu and all of them are on this game of Shane versus 420.
Well, the fate of Kung Fu being in 3rd or 4th place is in the hands of Shane 420. Mike and Math Guy are locked into first and second. Or second and first, I guess is the way I put the order. So, I got a good question while we're waiting for the two of them. Kung Fu, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
So Mike, how do you and Kung Fu feel about Lead the Stampede becoming a common?
Oh, that card's insane.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. I don't know. I've been trying to think of ways to use it other than elves, and like people are talking about slivers, but like it's just a bad elves deck, so I don't know if you really want it there. But it's obviously insane elves.
Yeah, it's not really my type of card, but I think it pushes elves to like tier 1. Because
I'm ready for it.
Yeah, word.
Yeah, I don't
Do
think
you guys.
I don't think you just kill elves by just like removal and sweeping the board anymore, because they could probably just outcard avenge you with like Lead a Stampede and other value stuff.
Do you guys think that if Lead the Stampede was in elves, then the Shane versus Genstikov match would not have been an hour and 45 minutes?
Nope.
I think it would have probably been about the same. Like,
I don't think there was a card that could save that game.
it's not like
Probably
Distant
not.
Melody. Like it would probably just replace Distant Melody in a lot of lists. Like you can go mono green now, and like they both drew some Distant Melodies, I think, and I don't know. It's not really the game breaker in the mirror.
Does it just, in your opinion, I know you guys don't play elves very often, but do you guys think it just replaces Distant Melody entirely?
I don't think so. I think you'd want to play both.
Yeah, I think I'd rather play some number of each. It will make it a lot easier to board out Distant Melody, which was something I liked doing when I played elves anyway. Like when you play against removal decks, Distant Melody is just a liability. So now you don't have to feel so bad about boarding two of them out or something, just in case you're losing. You can just have your actual good card draw spells hit all the time, and it hits kind of a crazy amount. It's like 80% to hit 4 creatures, or 80% to hit 3 creatures, and like 40. It's a pretty high percentage to hit 4 creatures. So like the percentages are crazy because they play so many creatures in that deck.
Land grant or no land grant in that one?
I don't think it makes a difference.
Yeah,
I know Deluxikov likes his land grants.
I mean, I tested both for a while, and I actually found that no land grant was actually more reliable than that one with less explosive hands. But I like the idea of running both the Stampede and the Melody. It's just that I think it will be a 3-2 with 3 Melodies and 2 Stampedes.
I would go like 4 Stampede for sure, and then some number of Distant Melody. Lead the Stampede is
I might even go 4 lead with 2 Melody main and then maybe 1 in the board if you face like another green matchup. Like if you face like the Mirror or Boggles or anything like that where you're just trying to combo off because you know your opponent's not going to do anything. I mean, I think you could easily just board in the 3rd Melody and just go to town.
So take out the like slots that everybody plays different cards, like the Armors, Spider Silk Armors main and the Bow main that people play.
I don't know if you could go full combo, but I think you could definitely take out the Vanguards.
What's nice about taking out those non-creatures is that it just makes your Lead the Stampede all the better. So
that's why I'm thinking of taking them out for the same reason.
Yeah,
you could do that. I mean, I never liked Elvish Vanguard anyway. I never liked not going full Elf Ball, but that's just me.
I think I like Elvish Vanguard just because it's it can't be swept.
I actually like the card a lot.
That's very true. Can you imagine if like Washout was a common? Oh, God.
I'm also really excited for Seeker of the Way. I think that card is going to be great.
Oh, Seeker of the Way is going to be gas. I think that card's
the white one?
Great. Yeah.
I think there's some interesting like Boros Tempo deck or even just like a mono white token deck, like all the token producers.
I was thinking the same thing.
I basically, I immediately started working on that list, the Boros aggro tempo deck.
Yeah.
Jeskai? Because when I saw the card, I immediately thought about Jeskai, of going a lot of small creatures and then a bunch of counters on it.
Yeah, I think it's just a little too slow to play 3 colors, but It's just such a sweet card. I don't know, like the bolts are what I want to be playing anyway. So like bolt your guy, get in for 3, gain 3, do that again next turn, do that again the next turn. It's just so brutal.
Yeah, and your opponent can never block because, if they block, you just bolt 2 more times and it becomes like a 5/5 or something.
They
Yeah,
double
I'll-
block you with a 2/2 and a 3/3. You bolt their
yeah.
3/3, kill their 2/2.
Done.
Like, there's nothing they can like. There's no good blocks anywhere.
So much value there.
Here's a good question for you, Mike. Would you actually be playing a red-white tempo deck with whatever the Thor the Black Rose white version card is, or would you just not play it ever again?
With the Monarch card,
Yeah,
ugh,
I know how much you love that card.
I don't
it's
think
so overrated.
Yeah.
It's so overrated. It's so unreal.
I don't
I
think
just love drawing
it's,
cards.
But I actually think it would probably be pretty good in that deck.
I just hear the hate in your voice.
All right. Well,
Okay.
I'm gonna jump out of here then. You guys enjoy.
Yes,
Same
Mike,
here. Have
Thank you
fun.
very much. Ice, thank you very much as always. And Kung Fu, we're down to this. We get to see if Negashin makes top 4 or if he creates the upset against 420 Dragon, or 420 Dragon can get there.
Yeah, I think this matchup basically comes down to how fast Shane can draw Tron. If Shane can draw early Tron, that's very hard for Delver in general to deal with. Though 420 Dragon plays a lot of like hard removal. He plays snuff outs, so he can't handle like Ulamog's crushers. Whereas like a
He has
red
no
deck,
swamps at the moment. He gets a one-land hand, which is pretty interesting. Oh, well,
Yeah.
there's a swamp.
with a lot of cantrips, so
Yeah.
it's not.
In this position, what would you rather do? Would you rather ponder here, or would you rather preordain?
I would rather ponder just to see deeper, because
Okay.
like with preordain, you're actually not. I don't think you're even favored to find a land.
Well, is it better to like scry non-lands to the bottom, or would you rather just ponder and try to hit a land or reshuffle?
I think the fairies deck has a lot of ways to shuffle and a lot of way to draw cards, so they can power through like clumps
Okay.
if you need to. So I think it's usually like if you really need a land, you should just ponder.
I could see that.
Yeah, it's like really good early on.
Well, he did find a land, got a second island, and well, there's 2 or 3 Tron just casually off the top,
Wow.
and there's just no way to deal with the Crusher in this hand.
Yeah.
Well, there could be soon, but
We'll see if 420 Dragon is going to leave a spell stutter. He can counter the colored mana source, though that's not going to matter a whole amount, I guess.
yeah. But
No, he's just gonna.
do you just play the Ash Barrens, leaving up the spell stutter for 3, or do you
I
get
don't
the
think
swamp?
so. I think I might either either get a swamp or get an island. Playing Ash Barrens just kind of stunts your mana by quite
Yeah.
a bit. Actually, not
Yeah.
that many ways to use a colorless mana.
I think I'd probably just rather get the swamp because it gets him multiple snuff outs. I mean, also you know that Shane's about to go turn 3 Tron, and you have no way of actually countering a big threat. Okay, forget what I just said. I'm wrong.
Yeah, he goes for the island, which is a reasonable play.
Oh, I
So,
was right.
wow.
I was right.
So Shane
Yeah.
can't actually play a big card next turn.
No, not next turn, but I mean, the potential to do it was there.
For Shane?
Yeah, from what from the way that 420 was looking at it.
So right, so he could have played the Tomton, the 7 mana.
Yeah, that or like a Fengrin Marauder or something.
Yeah. But as it is, 420 Dragon does have a turn to find something.
Yeah, Shane just finds an Urza's Tower. Well, that's unfortunate, but he does get to resolve 2 chromatic effects, so he has plenty of colored mana, and he gets to resolve a Crusher next turn. No black mana currently for 420 Dragon.
So I imagine 420 Dragon is going to be able to find the black mana pretty soon.
Oh, for sure. And the 4 life here is just not going to matter whatsoever.
Yeah, not against Tron.
Now, the interesting thing is, does he go for Crusher just straight out, or does he try to resolve Maul Slicer? It's gotta be Crusher first, right?
Yeah, I'm not a Tron player, so I am not sure. Clearly, like Mall Splicer is probably better uh just because it actually will live through a stuff out.
Oh wow! And here comes Ninja. Jesus. So things are starting to snowball pretty quickly for
Nature land.
Kung
draw.
Fu trees. Not Kung Fu. I always think that's you playing for some reason. Oh, double snuff out. Mismatching snuff outs.
Wow.
My heart.
Yeah, and 420 Dragon can even chump a turn. So like these snuff outs, I mean, 420 Dragon is like it's gonna find a swamp for sure at some point.
Yeah, if he doesn't find a swamp soon and that Mall Splicer gets to resolve, I think that considering the fact that he's not taking a lot of damage every turn, it doesn't seem that Shane's going to be too overwhelmed here. Especially because he's returning 2 lands, and I don't think he got a swamp because he didn't quickly play one.
We'll see what he got.
No, but he did get another Ninja, so he can draw a card this turn, and he can draw 2 cards this turn and rebuy the one of the 1/1s at the very least. I think I would have left one of the 1/1s back to block. Oh, I guess he could just take 8. Doesn't actually make a difference, does it?
Yeah. Probably just take 8.
That's a lot of spell source sprites. What's the most you've ever cast a spell source sprite for?
Most number of times?
No. Like what's the highest cost spell you've ever counted?
I remember counting a lot of Mole Drifters, but
Really? That's a lot.
like for example, against familiars, they don't have removal,
Yeah.
so you just end up.
Oh
with,
yeah, you can just build up.
Yeah.
I think the most I've ever done is like 4. I don't think I've ever actually gotten more than that, but I could be wrong.
Yeah. So I still think that 420. Oh, he sacks lands. Wow. Oh, so 420 Dragon is just gonna race.
Yeah, but with the Mall Splicer coming down, I'm not quite sure if that's going to work. Shane not cracking the chromatic effects. I mean, it's in Shane's best interest right now to try and crack the chromatics to try to get, I think, a Rolling Thunder while he's tapped out.
Yeah, a Rolling Thunder would
Yes.
probably end the game.
I don't think that 420 plays Daze, and these deck lists are public. And the problem is, if he takes another hit of 4 from the Crusher, he's not going to be able to actually use the Snuff Out anymore either.
Oh, he found his.
But he did find a swamp.
So this game's going to be close.
Yeah, there's no double blue for the counter spells either. The spell source sprites not particularly going to be good at countering whatever Shane throws out here. Oh, but Shane also just gets back the Crusher here too.
Yeah, the Crusher's probably gonna be a bit slow.
It might not do all that much, but I mean, pretty soon here, 420 is not even going to be able to use the other stuff out anymore.
So 420 is going to be able to. 420 is going to be able to double block one of the golems. Oh, negative, and Shane to definitely attack first too.
Yeah.
Oh, the Ice 420 knows about the
what?
The Crusher.
Oh. Yeah, he's just going to double attack, and he.
420 just going to double block.
This is the one that gives him trample, right? The Mall Splicer?
Yeah.
Yeah. Does one of them give first strike? Yeah, one of them gives first strike, right? There's the 5-mana white one, I think.
I think that one gives vigilance.
The common one gives first strike.
Yeah, the one that gives first strike is rare.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the what is it? The cube one. I don't know. I forgot the name. Blade Splicer. There you go.
Yeah. That card's nuts.
Who plays rares though? We don't play rares.
You know, I think that 420 Dragon is favored. Maybe. No. It's close because he has to chump the golem.
It depends on how much he's able to attack here for, because the Snuff Out's going to lose him 4 life.
Right. The Snuff Out's going to put him to 1.
And then he has to have 4 power back. So he can't actually even attack here.
Yeah, you're right.
Because what he has to do is block one of the fairies on the Mall Splicer, and then Shane's gonna get to kill the ninja and another fairy, and then he's not gonna get to resolve the Crusher, but Shane's gonna have a little bit of time to find another threat. And then those Spellstorm Sprites are not going to do all that much. And looks like he's looking at Shane's list real quick.
Close. Given that Shane doesn't have much, well, Shane could draw a big card at any moment. Yeah.
What is the best draw, do you think, for Shane?
Rolling Thunder, probably just.
That's probably just Rolling Thunder.
Yeah.
What is he thinking about here, 420?
I think he's thinking about.
Oh, you know what he could be thinking about? Snuff outing the Crusher and attacking with the Ninja to try and draw a removal spell. What removal spells does he play, though?
He would have to draw the 5/5 Gurmag Angler.
Yeah, he could draw another. Well, he can't draw another Snuff out. I guess he could draw Echoing Decay. Not that that actually does anything, though. And
oh, he's just gonna.
Oh, he's attacking, and he's just gonna.
He's gonna chump the Crusher. Oh, this is actually a good play. Wow. Yeah. Wow. 420 Dragon going for. Oh wow, going for a very gutsy play here. He's gonna chump the Crusher. So he's probably not.
Oh, he's gonna go to 1 and play the Spellstutter Sprite to.
Yeah, for lethal.
Yeah, I see. Okay.
That's a gutsy play. But
yeah.
it's actually. I mean, I think it's gonna work.
It's probably gonna work. Oh, it might not though, because if he gets to resolve the Fengrin Marauder, he actually gets to gain 5.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens here.
Oh, Shane, please don't play another Crusher.
The thing is, like, so 420 Dragon can counter the map.
But then he can't. Oh, he can counter the map. You're right. Well, no, he can't because he has to sack 2 permanents. So he has to play the Spellstorm Sprite first. So yeah, he's going for it, but then Shane's going to get to actually gain 5. So
Right.
He's going to kill the Crusher and chump. Oh no, he can't do that. He can't do that. He's just going to chump the Crusher. So yeah, Shane drew. Wow, what a draw!
That was a very tight game. Oh, actually,
Yeah.
So Shane has to play. Oh, okay. Shane is doing this in. Oh no, he's fine. He's fine.
Yeah, he's fine.
So 420 can't snuff out at this point.
No.
Yeah.
Well, he can. He'll just die.
Yeah.
I wouldn't recommend him doing it, but I'm just saying.
Yeah. I think technically he should have just played map first.
Oh, is it paying a cost? Okay, my bad. I'm being told that you have to pay first. What were you gonna say, Kung Fu?
Well, Shane should either way. Like maybe if 420 has like a favor snag, which we know he doesn't, but like he should play map first so that he can respond to the map with a removal spell.
That's fair. So, I mean, you're the guy here. What would you bring in? What do you take out?
So I think I would bring in Deprive and Okiba Gang, and probably cut Dispel and Echoing Decay.
All right. Do you like the Stormbound Geists? Those extra threats?
Not really. They're pretty slow and they're kind of clunky. And I guess they're okay against Ulamog's Crusher, but I think 420's deck is already quite good against Ulamog's Crusher.
Yeah.
With the Snuff.
Snuff out pretty good there. Unfortunately, he didn't really get the swamp until it was too late.
Yeah, like one turn earlier, and then I think 420 would have just like completely run away with the game.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
Yeah, and in fact, I think he might have wanted to sack one less. Maybe it was correct to sack one less land and sack a fairy instead. I'm not too sure.
Not keeping, particularly in his build, not keeping 2 lands is kind of bad. I think.
Yeah.
Because you're not just mono blue, and you don't have lightning bolts, so you're not really the aggro version.
Yeah, it was very aggressive from the start, which almost worked too. So it's I don't know, it's all very very close. Yeah, I mean that was a great game. That was.
I think both players played very well. I think they both took very very good lines. It's just Shane's line worked out. Can we see Shane's deck? But yeah. So look at Shane's list. Shane's got quite a bit for 420's deck.
Yeah, so Shane has 3 Pyroblasts and 3 Electric Rees. It's
a good amount of stuff. Get your Craigs ready, boys and girls, by the way.
Yeah, so the thing with Tron is not that it's not powerful. It's just that sometimes it's inconsistent. If it doesn't have early Tron, it will not struggle. So that's really kind of what to look for, I think, from Tron's side. Like all of its cards are actually quite good already. There's like not really a bad card.
Yeah.
So it's more just like how if Shane can get early Tron.
Now, how would you use Pyroblast in this matchup? Would you keep it just to help force through a spell, or would you use it to maybe counter a few different things early? Would you use it early to kill a Ninja the Deep Hours? How would you particularly use it?
I probably wouldn't side in too many, because I think if you're Tron, you'd rather be proactive.
Okay.
You'd rather be playing big threats rather than holding up counterspells. So I wouldn't side in too many, but maybe send in a few, just like so you can cut out your bad cards.
Fair enough. I understand that. And obviously, you'd bring in all 3 Electricity, I'm sure, right?
Also, probably not all 3, maybe 2.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, it's just like I don't think you. I mean, I may be wrong, but it's like I don't think you want to go too. You know what? Like your deck is kind of like a combo deck. You don't want to overside board.
Yeah, that's very true.
Be too reactive.
That's very true. Oh, we're back into the game. Looks like both players have very good hands. There's a black source for 420, has plenty of good cards, but Shane.
That's gonna be rough for Shane.
In the hand? Why the hell would you mulligan that first hand?
I think he didn't have Tron, and he also didn't have big threats. I guess, from what I remember.
He had a Tron land in a map, I thought. And he kept this one. You know what? I'm not going to say anything. I'm not counting Shane out.
Yeah, it's going to be. Yeah, I think the 420 Dragon's going to have a very fast start. He's going to have early fairies with counter backup. And Shane is.
There's already a Rolling Thunder.
Ooh, and he already has stuff out too. Yeah,
well,
Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, at least from Shane's perspective, he can give up a game, and I mean, at least you can give up a game to this hand from 420 Dragon. I mean, I guess at the very least. I don't know how else to look at this anymore.
Yeah, it's going to be very hard.
Oh, and 420 Dragon making the conscious play of countering the colored source. I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah. 420 Dragon might just run away with this game.
I would say there's a very good chance he just runs away with the game at this point. I mean, he pretty much has it all. Like, he gets to resolve Gravity Angler in just a few moments, right? Or how many cards?
He's still,
he's 2 cards.
He's still a bit away, but so it looks like 420 is just going to keep on holding up Counterspell, which makes sense. I mean, he's ahead.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't really care how long the game takes, just so long as he's the winner, right?
Yeah, he's just gonna, just keep on holding up counters while he's ahead. Oh.
Well, there's a ninja, so
that's probably worth tapping out for.
Yeah. Well, he'll probably leave an island up, and then no, never mind. He's just gonna leave a brainstorm and counterspell. Oh, and Shane just draws Tron off the top. Going for a Wretched Griff. Understandably so, and he lets the Wretched Griff resolve. Yeah, he's just going to snuff that out. There's no point actually using a counterspell on it.
Yeah, maybe 420 is kind of afraid of like a Rolling Thunder or something big at this point. Whereas you can just kill pretty easily.
Yeah, just Electricity, I guess, at the very worst.
Yeah.
Right. Oh well, he was never drawing a land anyway, so I guess we're wrong. I mean, I probably still would have put Ninja into play anyway.
Yeah, I think I would agree. I would agree with you, especially since he already put stuff out.
Yeah, and he's not you're not counterspelling there. So if you're not going to counterspell there was no point not having the Ninja in play already.
Yeah, I think I agree with that.
Yeah.
Though it's probably not gonna matter too much. I don't think.
No, I don't think it's gonna matter at all.
Yeah, I don't think pressure even saves him at this point.
He's still not going to Ninja. It looks like he's just going to... No, he's going to Ninja. But, why would you Ninja now, though, when you know you're not going to have any islands coming up to counterspell? It doesn't make any sense. Okay, no, he's rethinking it.
Yeah, so he's so committed to his original plan. Oh, no.
No, he's pondering, actually.
If he's doing this, I think he probably. Oh, I think he's going to try to resolve Crusher. Oh, you grab a Ash Barrens and hold Counterspell. Hmm. Because he can play Crusher this turn too. Oh, sorry, Angler.
Angler? Yeah.
Yeah.
I can agree with that. Nice. He picked up the Spell Source Price. Spell Source Price for 4 doesn't really counter anything too significant. I guess it counters this.
Yeah. Looks like 420 Giants is just going to counter anything, which is probably good because that would have gotten Shane a red source.
Yeah.
And then Crusher doesn't really save him at this point.
Now, Crusher, depending on what 420 sacrifices, which I can't imagine it's going to be not leaving up 2 islands, I don't think that Shane's going to lose this match. Unless Shane can somehow go red source and untap red source into untap red source somehow, but I'm not sure how you would do that.
Oh, he actually just has.
Oh, yeah, he just has double ninja. I didn't even notice that.
Wow, yeah. Oh, so 420 Dragon probably saw ahead when he was like determining that ponder there.
Yeah, I honestly didn't even notice the second ninja. I just saw the 1. So that Joe was disappointing from Shane's point of view.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead. Good.
Yeah, I think the thing that's the kind of the thing with Tron is that it's really so playing against Tron is like playing against a combo deck, except you can't really interact with it. It's like either they luck out, well maybe luck out's not the right word, but maybe either they like get Tron and then you can't.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
From a Tron's player perspective, you're not wrong.
Yeah,
most of us are just luck sets.
I absolutely hate playing against Tron, even though I play it myself.
Yeah, you and many other people, for sure.
Yeah, so yeah, that's the thing with Tron. Like either they just nut draw you, or they kind of just do nothing and die. So it's that's kind of like what you sign up for when you play Tron.
It's pretty much what Eldrazi Tron is in Modern. It's just no matter what deck you're playing, unless you're Storm or I guess Dredge, no matter what deck you're playing, if they just go turn 3 card on the play, you're just dead and you just accept it.
Yeah, I guess in Modern they just play turn 4 Ugin.
Yeah, for that.
Or they have like main deck relics or something. I don't know what Modern's. What Eldrazi
Modern's pretty contempt right now. Is all I'll say.
Yeah, I was looking at the deck list earlier. It seems like very wide open. I was seeing like just for this weekend for the Modern Challenge, I saw Storm 1, and then there was like a white weenie deck.
Oh yeah, the white weenie Texas deck.
Yeah. And then I mean Modern seems like it's quite diverse at the moment.
I think there's like 3 or 4. I mean, Zayd would know more than me, but there's 3 or 4 like big decks that just are the decks that everybody knows are just going to show up in some capacity, and then there's a bunch of decks that are still just very good. They're just not as consistent.
Yeah, I didn't see any Death Shadow or Eldrazi Tron in the top 8.
Yeah, Eldrazi Tron's one of the Gun 4 decks right now. So is Death Shadow, I think. Oh, thanks, Zach. Thank you for the follow, dude. What's going on with their mesh? Are they still in sideboarding? Oh, never mind. Yeah, there you go. Guess I just had to ask the question. But no, yeah, Modern is in a great place right now. The only thing that could make Modern even better is if we got Counterbalance and Sensei's Dividing Top. I'm just kidding.
All right.
And 420 looks like he's going to mulligan that hand. That hand's not great, but it does have 2 ninjas.
Yeah. And then Shane's hand doesn't have a threat, though that's probably going to be fixed soon with his...
Shane's hand... There's one thing that Shane's good at. It's getting Tron unexpectedly. So we'll see how that works.
Yeah, I think this is a... So 420 Dragon's hand is not great, but...
Ooh, the Pyroblast. Ooh.
There's Tron.
Oh, God, this is disgusting. He might not play it next turn, though. Play the map and... sack the map and play Tron. Well, he might now, because... I think if I was him, I'd want to hold up the Pyroblast. I don't know, like, if you're Shane, and 420 is going Spellstorm Sprite at the end of turn, would you counter it? Or destroy it or whatever, anticipating a ninja?
I think it's okay to do so. Yeah, especially since...
Well, now he might not. Yeah. That kind of sucks.
Yeah. And so this is actually going to be pretty reasonable for 420. He's going to be able to resolve the ninja, most likely. And Shane, it looks like he's going to have a Fierce Empath probably into Retrogriff. So yeah, it looks like this match is going to be quite close. Oh, he gets the Ulamog's Crusher instead.
Okay, sorry about that. And he gets to resolve it with no snuff out in sight at the moment. And Shane's not. The hell? Oh, Shane's not light on threats either because he has the Fierce Empath. And if this Crusher's not taken care of, Shane's going to be quite far ahead with the Pyroblast up, I think.
Yeah.
No, you know the funny thing is, it's the age-old thing of Tron beats Control because Tron just doesn't.
Oh,
There's snuff out. There's snuff out. Because Tron just doesn't care about their counter spells because they just go threat, 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 threat. Is that the same thing in Pauper or not really?
Not really. It depends on the variant of Tron. I think in general against like Mono Green Tron, Control does very well because their Control has a good shot of running Tron out of threats. It's kind of close. It depends on like again how fast Tron gets Tron.
Gotcha.
And then Tron's main weakness in Pauper is aggro decks, I think, usually.
Yeah, because the decks are just too fast, and you don't have, you don't have things like Pyroclasm and whatnot.
Yeah. So actually, it looks like 420 Dragon is in pretty good shape here. He's going to basically going to be able to untap with Shane not having a big threat.
Shane going for Pyroblast there. I don't mind that play, honestly.
Yeah, it seems pretty reasonable. He could have tried to chump with his plant token.
Yeah, and then held up Pyroblast instead.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's probably just playing around Spell Source Sprite since he knows it's there. So Ponder, see if 420 finds a counterspell for Crusher. Because if he doesn't find a way to counter Crusher or deal with it, again, one hit is going to be a bit of a problem.
Yeah. Though 420 is going to have plenty of ways to draw cards and to try to find it. He's going to have he's going to be able to play 2 Miscreants this turn.
Ooh.
You can play
Did he shuffle?
I think he shuffled. Yeah.
Okay, and he drew Gush anyway. Ah, that's pretty lucky. Okay, so there's the Gurmag Angler. You definitely don't want to return that with Ninja. You definitely don't want to return that.
Yeah.
Oh, and he's just going to play out to. He's just going to let Crusher resolve and hope for the best.
Yeah, I think he's going to be able to draw like 5 cards next turn or something like that.
Well, the thing also is that Shane gets to resolve Electrickery, which he should do now, because he knows that there's a Spell Source Sprite in hand. It looks like he is. So Shane's hellbent. He's just going to live off the top of the deck. Well, he's not hellbent, but Shane is in decent shape, I'll say.
Shane has basically run out of gas, but he has his Crusher on board with 420 Dragon not having a stuff out in hand.
Yeah.
He doesn't find one soon. He's
he brought in Hydroblast. That's interesting. We can't quite see what 420 drew on the side, but we'll see here shortly. And it looks like just just more lands and a Hydroblast. And some more threats. Thank you, Zayn.
I'm not a huge fan of bringing Hydroblast.
Oh, it's disgusting. So now even one stuff out doesn't do a whole lot. And he's going to sack one of the swamps and a creature. And one of the non-flyers, he's going to take 8 as well. So he's going to go to 8. So he is dead to a Crusher. He's willing to die to a Crusher. What do you think about that?
I think he was trying to race back. So the other option there, he could have tried to go for the trade. Play Spell Stutter. But that probably would have too far behind. So.
Well, now even if he the bad thing is that even if he ninjas, a Snuff Out's not going to be good enough here, right?
Yeah, Snuff Out is not going to be good enough.
He needs 2, and he can't cast 2.
Gonna...
Ladies and gentlemen, Shane is on the verge of top 4. Even the police can't believe it. They're so excited.
Yeah, it looks like Shane has won this game.
It's just like when he beat Michael Ruru. Shane is in top 4. He's in it. Oh my God, he's in it. Shane's in the top 4.
Those are quite good draws.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Ice, get back in here. I know you want to talk about how glorious that was. If I could play music on this stream. Oh my God, I'm so proud of Shane. Oh my God, I wish Shane could get in this call. Where is he? 420, I'm so sorry. So that's going to bring 420 to the same record as Kung Fu and Shane, but since both of you beat 420, you guys are in top 4. Actually, you lock up 3rd place. So, well, first of all, congratulations. Second of all, how do you feel?
Scripted.
That's pretty crazy. I mean, that's what Tron does. Like sometimes, I mean, it just lucks out and draws a whole bunch of crushers and a whole bunch of land.
I mean, what did you think of that match? Did you think that anybody made a mistake? Do you think that it really just came down to luck?
I am not quite sure about siding in the Hydroblast, and there are a few lines in which I probably would have. A lot of lines are close. I mean, that's a
the heck.
Delver.
Hello? Oh, wait, are we still in here?
Yes.
Okay, I think Shane's trying to call. Or somebody was trying to call. I don't know who it was. Yes, Shane's here! Shane, you've done it! You've made the top 4, my friend!
Hey,
How
that's
do
me.
you feel?
I feel like I got lucky as shit that first match, because if I had not drawn the Fengrim Marauder, I would have been fucked. But other than that, pretty good. I've had a bad weekend, so I'm glad that at least something happened good.
I am so sorry to get you out of bad weekend, but hey, you made up for it here. So tell us. I mean, how did you sideboard in that matchup, and why?
Me?
Yes.
I brought in the Pyroblast and the Electrickeries. That's really all that I brought in. I took out the crop rotations and a couple of Fengrim Marauders. I really, really hate crop rotations in that matchup.
Okay, fair enough. Did you bring in all of the Pyroblasts and all of the Trickeries, or just a few of each?
I brought in all of them. You can never have too many straight removal spells / counter spells or mass removal spells, especially when they're trying to go really, really wide.
That's fair.
Yeah. And Fengrim Marauder, it saved me the first game, but it's not great. It doesn't really do anything. No, wait, I took out one Fengrim Marauder and one Accomplished Automatron. So
wow, you took out a Craig.
I did. I didn't play Craig all of that game. That was very, very upsetting.
420. I know you want to go off right now, but I'm going to ask you to refrain from using many curse words and going nuts. But you may have your piece. I don't know if I hear his mom or his girlfriend in the background.
Oh no, that's just my roommate.
Oh, okay. But yeah, I mean, still, you got 5th place. 420, not a bad deal for your first ever CPC.
No, it's fun. It was fun. I got destroyed. Ulamog's Crusher is a pretty ridiculous card. I didn't have Snuff Out the whole time.
Yeah.
The first game, I definitely Snuff Outed way too early. He was able to get his Crusher back and just have threatened Crusher attacks every turn, which was just like a horrible move on my part. Free mana
it's
for him.
almost like Crusher's a really good card in Pauper. Who would have thought?
I don't know, dude. It's like why? I don't get it, dude. It goes against everything I've ever learned.
I think the
No, I'm just messing around. That card's great.
Yeah, the reason I see it
Is
so
busted,
powerful,
like,
I see it so powerful because it's difficult to remove. If you're not playing a black deck, how the heck do you get rid of it?
yeah, and I was playing a black deck.
Yeah.
So I just want to point out, Shane, you beat 420 to make the top 4, just like you stopped Mikey Ruru from being the first ever fully undefeated player of the CPC.
I mean, yeah.
You repeated history, and I'm pretty sure that you are now the man.
Well,
Man, I saw you had the stone reins in the sideboard too. Why do you gotta do that to me, dude? Like, you know I'm gonna come with either like bounce lands or like maybe Delver. But I picked Delver this time.
That's what I was terrified of. I was like, there's gonna be a lot of Tron and a lot of bounce land. Let's just get some stone rain just in case.
Genstakov would also like to have everybody remember he gets to sleep on the man's couch. I don't know why that's something we need to know, but he said it. So, all right, so that's going to bring this to a conclusion. I do have a few more questions for Shane, but first, foremost, congratulations to the top 4 of the Community Pauper Challenge Season 2. In first place at 9-0 is Math Guy 31415. My God. Second place, coming in at X and 2, is going to be our returning champion, Mr. Michael Ruru. In third place, Mr. Kung Fu Trees. Congratulations, sir. And in fourth place, the underdog, Negashade.
Was I ever the underdog? Like, everybody was rooting for me. Well, that's basically the underdog. Never mind.
I'm pretty sure that's the definition of the underdog, Shane. Now, okay, now you two play each other. Is there anything you guys want to say to each other before your match in a couple of weeks?
Who?
You and Kung Fu. You're going to be up against each other.
Yeah, well, good luck, man. I hope that we have a good game, and I hope you fail miserably, but in the best possible way.
Likewise.
Oh, man. All right, so Shane, congratulations to you. Kung Fu, again, congratulations. Mike and Math Guy, I know you guys are still watching. Congratulations. That's going to bring us to the conclusion of this stream. I want to thank, of course, everybody for participating. It's going to be great. So what's going to happen now is we're not going to be back next week. I'm going to be giving the 4 players some extra time to come up with their deck list, especially because I'm going to need the extra time. Because all the deck lists before the top 4 goes live are going to be public. So all 4 players, Negashane, Kung Fu Trees, Michael Ruru, and Math Guy are all going to know everybody's deck list. So this is how the top 4 is going to work, but I, of course, will repeat it, when the top 4 happens. So what's going to happen is each of these players are going to have 3 decks. They could be 3 of the same decks that they used in this in the round robin of the rounds, although I would prefer to have them have at least 1 new deck. Hint, hint at all of you. So what's going to happen is each match from 3rd facing 4th and then from 2nd facing 3rd or 4th, whoever wins, is going to be best 2 out of 3 matches. So, and then each match is going to be best 2 out of 3 games. So let's say Shane brings Elves, White Weenie, and Delver, and then Kung Fu brings Teachings, Burn, and Red Deck wins. Each match is going to be best 2 out of 3, but it's going to be best 2 out of 3 matches. So the other thing is,
matches.
Yeah, you'll deal with it. So the other thing is, since Kung Fu Trees is in 3rd, he's going to get to pick whether he wants to go 1st or 2nd during your first match. And of course, the loser of the first match gets to pick who goes 1st or 2nd, no matter what. So let's say Kung Fu won the first match, but he wins the die roll again. Shane, it's actually up to you whether or not he clicks yes to going 1st or no to you going 1st. Now, the other thing is that the way that the finals works is it's going to be best 3 out of 5. Now, the way that works is if, in fact, there's a match 4 and 5, they will be picking one of the 3 decks they've already played. Now, it's sure that they will have deck A, B, and C, but it's not necessarily Shane submits deck A, B, and C, and then he will play them in that order. He can submit deck A, B, and C, but he can play A against Kung Fu Trees' deck C, or Kung Fu Trees could start off with deck B against Shane's deck B. We don't know. Now, the way that the finals works is if there is a game 4 and a match 4 and a match 5. The way it's going to work is you pick one of the 3 decks, but then you cannot reuse that deck again. So you can go A, B, C, A, but then you can't go A, B, C, A, A. You have to go A, B, C, A, and then B or C. So that's the way it's going to work. I know it sounds very complicated, but it's not going to be. This is the way we've done it before. So, Shane, I got to ask you, are you ready?
Nope.
Crap. Okay. Well, that's going to bring us to the conclusion. Zane, who would you like to host tonight? While Zane figures that out, do remember to follow all of us on our Twitch or on our YouTube. If you guys would like to compete in a free Pauper tournament that happens every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can check out Pauper Classic Tuesdays over on gatherling.com. Jen, if you could please do the PCT command, that'd be great. PCT is a free tournament sponsored by mtgotraders.com where you can win real prizes. I am one of the assistant admins of gatherling.com. You might see Math Guy and Ulu Guru in there. You'll definitely see Jen Stakov in there a little bit. Ulu Guru and Stash 86 are usually my co-hosts, whichever ones are available at the time. And if you have any questions, you can always ask me. We do give away door prizes as well, and it's just a lot of fun. It's pretty great. It is for real prizes, so do keep that in mind. Again, it happens every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, so before Zane finds someone for us to host, does anybody have any plugs that they'd like to throw out there? Okay, no one has any plugs.
I'm going to take that as a no.
All right, cool. I am going to plug the fact that I am very, very happy that everyone is here. It looks like we're going to host Holy Diva. Holy Diva is a great Modern player. She makes up some great decks. I believe she's even dabbling in Vintage now, which is pretty cool. So we're going to send you on over to Holy Diva. Does Holy Diva have any underscores in it or anything that I need to know about, or is it just the whole name? Zane here? Nope. I guess I'll just figure it out myself. So we're going to do Holy... I love doing this live because it makes me look smart. Holy Diva. Oh, wait, we have to do /host. There we go. Shane, why don't you do this for me? All right. So we're going to send you guys off there. Just write #Shane things and you will have fun. Have a good night, everybody. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
Hey.
I did it. I did it, fam. I did it.
Look at you go.
It worked.
I got it right. I got it right.